video, I don't know if I'm gonna put up Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if it's worth waiting, or to put it. I don't know. But this is a video I was talking about. So got off the horn with somebody, man, and they saying that Turki, Al-Sheikh and them is basically they pulled the money back off Turki. I kind of been knew that, man. They said they lost every event Turki and them put on, they lost money. And I know, even when niggas do nigganomics, this common sense. Allegedly lost 125 million on Bud and Canelo. That was because of the high mark they had to pay Canelo. Obviously, any Ring magazine card you seen or any Turki involved card, they lost money on, especially in America. So they're saying, I guess outside, I don't know where Shakur and Devin Haney was gonna be at, but they saying it ain't gonna be no more American ring cards in America no more. So the Fury card, they lost money. The Joshua do a card, they lost money on every card. I'm assuming every card, but I'm just gonna preface it American card. So the Ryan Garcia fights, all them, the card in New York, they lost a bunch of money on, and that they pulled the reins back on Turki Al-Sheikh and his how much they financing him. So now, they pulling the money back, and he came in overpaying, which was a bad thing to do because the market was just dropping. And boxing is in danger. You see Pro Box, they struggling, even though they putting on good cards. PBC struggling. A lot of they fighters not getting paid. Boxing is about to go to the grassroots, bro. They gonna be jabbing for super chats. It's bad because I'm telling you, it's just sometimes you just look at it. You ain't got to have a business eye for it or a business mind. Walt Disney pulled out of boxing. They invested into Jake Paul's female boxing, but we don't really count that. TNT kind of partnered a little bit with the Zone, but outside of that, really Walt Disney don't have no skin in the game. Viacom, that's BET, VH1, CBS. Well, they got Paramount. They got Zuffa. If y'all want to consider Zuffa a part of the game, we're Zuffa, and that's it in the Zone. When you look at, Walt Disney, NBC, Bounce That Ass TV, when you start to look, they no longer in boxing. You had boxing on HBO. They got out of the game, which they eventually getting merging with Paramount now. Showtime, CBS, they got out of the game. NBC, they was doing some things with Kathy Duva, then PBC took over. They got outside of the game. So for the most part, if any Ring magazine cards you see going on, they're going to be going on in Saudi now. So these fighters got to go OT or OS overseas to get to the bag. So they done overpaying fighters. I feel like they didn't have to overpay. They could have waited till the market crashed a little bit. The Zone can't, really sustain or had a budget to sustain even to have this top rank PBC match, if PBC go over there, but top rank Matchroom Queens, but they don't have the money to sustain that, to really sustain it like that. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't. That's why they don't market their fights, especially when all the trash fights they got on there, these European overseas fight. Nobody care about that. It's too much fat on that steak, bro. But yeah, Turki is, they rein the money back on Turki. No more American ring cards, only overseas, over in Saudi or probably overseas. So I don't think that doesn't include Zuffa, but I think Zuffa gonna come to a close too. I heard John Fury talking about, well, Zuffa's here to stay to take. I'm not sure, because right now Zuffa ain't off to the best starts. Sundays. They really ain't got no motion, no big fights, and they got TV dates, so they got to satisfy that's supposed to be on CBS. So right now the money funny, bro. And they had interest in Devin and Shakur, and that was it. Not Devin and Keyshawn. They had interest in Ryan and Devin. Ryan wanted $20 million. So right now they lost money on every card. Every card they put on. It ain't lose 1 million, 5 million. They said allegedly lost 125 million on Bud and them. So imagine if they paid T.O. and Shakur $20 million. Dog, they lost $20-30 million on that $20 million to start. They losing 10, 15, 20, 30 allegedly million on these cards. And even they got money to blow, there's been no real uptick in growth. And you're competing against yourselves. And then on top of this, man, when you look at it, man, I was having a conversation with somebody. I said they came in with all this money and still couldn't make the top fights in the sport. Think about that for a minute. I told it's not about the money. They don't want to compete, bro. This is the feminization. If I ever had to show you the emasculation and feminization of men or these males in America, this is the perfect example, bro. What do women want? When you go on the internet, the number one thing, they want you to give them money for doing nothing. They want you to fund their lifestyle for doing the bare minimum, right? We all understand that. These fighters want to get paid tens of millions of dollars for doing nothing, to fight opponents that they know they're going to beat. Think about it. They came in with all this money. They had to force Tyson Fury to fight Usyk 2 times. They had to force him. They had to overpay him to fight. They couldn't even pay Canelo enough to fight David Benavidez. They couldn't even pay Tank Davis enough to fight Shakur, Devin, and those guys. They couldn't pay Shakur elite. They offered Shakur $15 million, even more, 50. I don't know how much more. I can't tell you that, but more than $15 million to fight Devin Haney. He wanted to fight the WBO mandatory at 140. So think about that. They offered these dudes 10, 15 million. They offered Ryan Garcia 10 million to rematch Devin Haney. He said no. They offering these dudes all this money and they still saying no. Fights that you consider top fights. Think about it. They came in with this money and still couldn't make Joshua and Fury till now, until they old and dusty and busted and disgusted. They came in with hundreds of millions of dollars and still you got Crawford and Canelo, but no offense to Crawford, but most people wanted Canelo and Benavidez. Come on. And you can just go up and down the ranks. They want to make Bam in a new UI. Oh, Bam said he's not ready yet. Rightfully so, but even with all the money, he ain't gonna make it. And I'm pretty sure it's other fights that I can't think of that's out there. They wanted to make Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. A lot of people wanted to see that. Turkey put the bag up for that. They said no. They said no. Benavidez and Bivol trilogy. Right now, that's a no. Better be Evan Benavidez. Right now, it's a no. The money too far apart for Bivol and Benavidez. All these fights that people want to see, no matter where they is on the grand scale of things, they've said no. They've overpaid for tier 2 fights in boxing. Even with all, and that just shows you it's not about the money. So when these niggas is jabbing and hooking for super chats, you know, and you can call it in and put a super chat on there, what you want to ask the ring announcers, they did it to themselves. It ain't the fans' fault. Nothing. Every network has pretty much divested away from traditional boxing. All them is on one network on his own. You got Dana White over there trying to do what he's trying to do. And this shit about to collapse. And think about it, you got guys passing on $15 million, $10 million. You got dudes passing up money, and the money about to be gone. Turkey about to be out of here. And his imprint on boxing is going to be similar to Al Heyman. He fucked the game. When he came in, I remember I said it. I said, Turkey Al-Sheikh is fucking the game up. I said, he need to let it burn. Let it fall and burn. You can come in with peanuts on $1 and make these niggas holler. That's it. He don't understand. He didn't understand. He wanted to come in. You know, I think it was more about, but if you wanted to save Bud or salvage his career or help boost it, it should have been about Bud. Right? But no. He came in and he offset the inevitable. Well, he put off the inevitable. The inevitable is this shit is done. Ain't no more. These niggas is gonna be getting them PBC checks. They'll be getting paid in food vouchers and shit and stocks that don't exist or have any weight in it. So the ring is about to be out of here, bro. They got a lot of money, but they're not gonna keep losing money on a product that ain't showing up no growth. And you still getting second and third rate fight. Your money is not getting you the best you can buy. So Yeah. Yeah, bro. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'm just telling y'all what's real, what's really good out here, man. But I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I told y'all from the beginning, he should have just waited. He shouldn't have came in. He could have got this shit for 10% of what you spent. And when it officially burned, bro, which it is burning, when it burned, I don't want to hear nobody bitching and complaining. Oh, the fans need to come out and support these nuts. Support these nuts. Dead ass. Support these nuts. Y'all did all this shit. They don't want to compete, bro. The feminization of the American male, they don't want to compete. They don't want to compete. They want to hate. They want to talk. They want to get on the microphone instead of competing and proving who the best and making money together. Even if you lose, we all win. Shit coming to an end, bro. So who else gonna come in and throwing money? Nobody gonna throw no money around in this bitch. These niggas gonna be killing what they eat. They gonna eat what they kill. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Join the Patreon. All that's in the link in the description. Find me everywhere.